So I would have something like... Oh wow, I can actually run them from there. So you don't have to, you don't have to think if it reaches the point you need to not. Wait, what? You don't have to think if it reaches the point you need or not. If you have enough uplift or not, yeah. Well, one pump will have enough uplift, so I only need one to accomplish what I need to accomplish per pipe, but that's per pipe, so that's 36 pipes. That's again, it's 288 megawatts, so it's not a lot. Like it's not game breaking. Or no, it's 16 apiece. So actually, now that I mention it, yeah, I think we'll go water tower. I'm good to go water tower. I should have by now anyway. I've never built one. You'd think by now I would have done that. Yeah, because it's 16 apiece, so not 288, it's 64? No. 8, 70. Just do the math. Just use the calculator. Don't embarrass yourself. So that's 16 times 36. 576. That was close. I was getting close. If I had done it on paper, I probably could have figured it out. So yeah, so that saves me. That saves me, you know, half a megawatt. Yeah, and it's about time I learned how to do it. So let's. So it's all gonna come to here. This is where. Well, no, not all of it. So we'll actually need 3 water towers. One for over there, one for here, one for over there. We're doing 10 on each side here, and then we're doing 8 over there on each side. So it's 20 in the middle, 8 and 8. That gets us 36. Rather than running it all in the middle. Unless I wanted to stack it. If I wanted to stack the pipes, I could do it all from the middle. But I really don't want to stack the pipes. I think it would be more fun to run from the sides. Then you don't have to line up all the pumps in the middle either. Starting to think we're not gonna turn this on by the end of this stream, but I got tonight's stream, Saturday night. It's almost worth doing the Saturday night stream for that just for that reason. Just to be able to power up the whatever this is. Nuclear power plant. Yep, you can tell my brain is getting cooked. So, I have an idea really quick. I have a really easy idea for a blueprint here. So we're gonna take the blueprint designer, slap it down. I like how these don't have to be powered. Five stackable pipe with an E. Select icon. Oh, that's a building, actually, isn't it? Go select color. I guess orangish, something like that. Select, and then yeah. I mean, it's not like I need to put a complicated description in there. 5 stackable pipe. Oh, that's weird. There we go. Pipe. Oh, and then directory, that's gonna go in logistics. Save. So now we can go into logistics. Oh yeah, look at that. Wait, that's nice. That is something. Oh, and you know, I could do like auto connect, I would suppose. That's gonna be a time saver. Can I auto-connect? No. Not quite. I guess the other question becomes, would it look better if I turned and then went this way with, nah, probably not. It's fine. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Now, this should be, I think, offset like this. Kind of how I did it on the other side there. But this, oh yeah, no, that's lined up just how I have that. Sorry, I haven't been talking. I'm locked in. So we're going to raise that one up more. And we're going to stack this one here. It's going to look a little awkward. Don't care. Oh, no. Can't see in the dark. Need that planetary stabilizer. Okay, so right before the next one. Still going straight. They look good. Cool. The one awkward one going up on top kind of bothers me ever so slightly. But we're not going to see it in the future. So I'm super not worried about it. A little bit of asymmetry. Not the end of the world. Gotta check on those oscillators here in a minute. Still no oscillators cooking. Oh no, they're going. Yeah, they're starting to get limiters. Cool, so that worked. Because this one we didn't pre-pressurize. We did this one, we pre-pressurized this one. So that's good. It's getting enough, and now the overflow will lead to the oscillators. And yep, green. Can't tell from here, probably needs some more work, but it'll be fine. Green, this one, not so much. No limiters for that one, so yeah, we'll can manually stuff. Actually, no, we're gonna leave it alone and see if it does it on its own. Ooh, are we gonna have room for 8 over here? Yeah. Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah, well, while we're here. Yeah, that'll be fine, and then pipe will go straight across. We only gotta go 4 this time. So we can eliminate the awkward inner one, basically. We're actually going to remove this guy. You know what, I like that one so much, we're gonna dial it back just a wee bit. 350, 40. 2 more. There we go. I quite like that one, we're gonna repeat it. I'm not one to do that very often, but I didn't notice how much I was enjoying it until it was almost over. Cool. All right, that went pretty fast. Yeah, this pipe situation's working out. It's going pretty quick. Ooh, not quite. It's got to go 2 ticks up. Nope, nope, no we don't. That connects there. So that's that whole section plumbed, so ooh, we're almost done with one entire half. We're getting there. It's happening. Feeling it. Ugh. All right, where were we? Oh, no. Ew, ugly. Ugly! These all the same height? Yeah, they are. It's just a little awkward. Just a little. The spacing is wrong. Yeah, spacing's wrong. You know what? It's my own fault because I'm not using... Oh, no, I was using straight. Well, how about that? There we go. For real this time. There we go. Good job, everybody. Got there. So now we'll take the blueprint again. And we'll just pop it right here. Is that off center? Oh, well, that one's centered, but... I guess it doesn't work that way. Ooh, not quite. Ah, derp. Cool. That looks good. I like it. We just got to get it to the other side and connect the 4 over there. And then that's half of this part. Is taking a lot longer than I thought. We got to figure out where we're going to put the water towers. I don't think that's going to be a hard part. And then we'll just have 8 pipes coming out of the water tower with the valves set to 1. I think that's how that'll work. Should we make a water tower blueprint? I think we oughta. Should be totally doable, right? Anyway, let's continue our progress here. How far can we get? We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 away. Come on. So to here. Make sure we center it right like that. Four, 5, and 6. We can get 6. We can make it 6. That's about the limit. Stunning contrast to where we started today. Are we green here? We don't have green there. All the other ones are green, but this one's not. We are running into trouble. All the other ones are producing oscillators, but this one isn't. Whoa! Construction! Rating with a party of 70! What's up?
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah! What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. I am Thordy Undead. We are 12 hours into this one, working on our nuclear power plant. This is a 50x, 2x power map that I started a couple weeks ago when 1.2 came out. We are jamming to the Borderlands 3 soundtrack because it totally fits the vibe of Satisfactory. I am in the full throes of addiction, and I'm sitting in my chair like L from Death Note because I'm still completely hyper from all the caffeine I've been consuming. Although that's not what I did to be able to stay up all night. Thank you for that follow, much appreciated. Welcome to the Undead Legion. I do keep my follows anonymous, so if you want to lurk, go right ahead. But I am a night shifter, so throughout the week I work 4 nights a week, 12-hour shifts. 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. So on the weekends, I stream 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And that lands us right here on Satisfactory. Friday nights are Satisfactory night, as my addiction to this game is in full swing. I'm like 2,000 hours into this game, and I absolutely love it. I hope there are some Satisfactory fans out there. I would assume there are. Let me get a shout out for Construction over here. Love the name. Shout out K-I-N-S-T. Oh, that, you gotta spell it right. You gotta bear with me. I have been streaming for 12 hours, so my brain is a little bit mush. Construct. I'm betting I got that right. Playing Satisfactory, to not at all my surprise. What with the Satisfactory streams going the way they're going. Sorry, again, brain still mush. Satisfactory, never heard of it. Just some 11K hours in, just a bit, right? How much of that is sleeping? Be honest. Sometimes I leave it up while I'm sleeping too. Usually it's when I make a new map and I first unlock coal power and I have my power automated, because at that point, I need rotors, I need heavy iron plates, reinforced iron plates. Usually it's those two things. I get those set up, get the automated power, and then I just let it run, or I let it run while I go to work. But that's the only time I do it. I don't like to do it after that, because I feel like that's leaning on it too much, especially for like a 50x map. This has to be time played to get all of these parts. Otherwise it defeats the purpose, because then you're just doing the same thing but while you're not playing. But yeah, no, lots of time. It's one of those games that does the addiction thing to your brain, and that's perfectly fine. In the same, it keeps me from doing other stuff. In the same way that I'm fairly convinced the reason I don't gamble is because of Diablo and Diablo 2 and Borderlands, because I already got the happy brain chemical coming in from the randomization of finding getting random loot drops from the bosses. So by the time I actually tried to gamble in real life when I went to Vegas, it didn't do anything for me, because I already knew where to get that brain chemical with a lot less risk. So I think that Satisfactory is probably keeping me from getting addicted to other things. I don't work on cars like I used to. I am to this day a car guy. I do work in an automotive shop. I manage a reconditioning shop to this day, so I do know cars inside and out. If anyone has questions about cars, I am usually quite happy to answer them, or at least point you in the right direction if I don't know the answer myself. I do love talking cars. And in fact, on the channel here, we do have my 95 Miata is one of the emotes for my own amusement. I do love my little 95 Miata. It is a total shitbox, and it's okay. It's allowed to be. That's the point. That's why you have the Miata. But anyway, hope you were having a good time working on whatever your project was. I hope you're loving 1.2. I certainly am. 1.2 has got to be just like the best freaking update they've given us so far. What I wanted was more endgame. I wanted more to do after you sent the last of it, the last bits up the elevator, but I will settle for additional stuff before the elevator is finalized. Like, I'll settle for that. I hope that's in the pipeline for the next one, though, because I want more to do after I beat the game. I hope they would do that. I would settle for a mod that does that, but I'd love it if it was like the elevator requires 1,000 heavy iron plates per minute, and you have to keep that up for X amount of time or something. I don't know. I would love the opportunity to come up with some ideas for more end game. But for now, I'm happy to just play with the mid-game that we have. The extended mid-game is fine by me. I mean, look at that, 25,000 magnetic field generators. Like, yeah, I'll take it. That is easily something I could do to find myself entertained and amused. And we 2x the power, hence the 36 reactor nuclear power plant that we're working on. This is something I'm pretty proud of here. This is a blueprint that I built that 7 raw materials go in, and what do you call them? Fuel rods come out. Again, bear with me. 12 hours into the stream, my brain is a little bit mush, so I'm not going to be firing on all cylinders, if you will. But we've got this factory for uranium fuel rods. See, this one's cooking oscillators. Something's broken here. This mini factory is busted, and I gotta figure out where the problem is. I wonder if it's getting Caterium, or is this one I just didn't manually pressurize the AI limiters enough? That might be the only difference with this one. I was manually pressurizing the AI limiters. That's the only real shortcoming of this thing, is until you've maxed out the AI limiters in this, it's because of the way I have the overflow set here, and I don't think that's the way to go on it. I might have to revisit the design, but this is the only one that's not pressurized, though. Well, I see I got some other ones that are flashing yellow over there, too, so I might need to actually investigate. But I went through and I manually pressurized all the AI limiters, and I think that might be the difference, but I'm wondering if this blueprint in particular, when I placed it, had something go wrong with it, because it's the only one not producing crystal oscillators. Yeah, this one's pumped out 14 in this amount of time. Peculiar. And it's not even backing up at the same rate as the other ones, which is, I don't know, kind of weird. I'm going to leave it alone and kind of see if it decides to behave itself. Yeah, this one, they're all, you can see green lights going all the way down. Let me check the Caterium connection on this one. I mean, it's getting Caterium, so that's not the concern, but hey, thank you for that follow, much appreciated. Welcome to the Undead Legion. I am Thordy Undead. I play video games on the internet. My follows are anonymous, so if you are here to lurk, you go right ahead and do so. Play Satisfactory every Friday here on the channel. Saturday as well. We will be streaming this again tonight for Saturday. Sunday, we're doing some Dead Space, teaming up with our Zombro threat level zombie. We are the Zombro Combro. We both do the zombie thing. That's the joke. And then after that, probably more Satisfactory. So Fridays and Sundays are my usual stream nights. I add Saturdays in for fun. Thanks again for that follow. Much appreciated. Welcome to the Undead Legion. I'm Thordy Undead. I play video games on the internet. Sorry, it's a Pavlovian response mechanism at this point. Once I hear it, it just triggers it. But that's again why the reason I keep the follows anonymous is, what was I looking for? Caterium. We were checking the Caterium. I keep my follows anonymous because some people don't want to be called out. They might be hesitant to hit the follow button if you call them out and say, hey, you know, person, I read your name and what's going on and let's start talking, you know, and some people don't want that. They just want to sit by, especially with Satisfactory, I found. A lot of folks like to lurk this game. They just want to see what you're doing. Randomly, though, for the new people, if you are interested in any of my blueprints, I have a pretty decent collection. There is a button down in the panels. You check the channel right here at the bottom. If you click my Satisfactory blueprints, this will take you... Wow, there we go. This will take you to a Google Drive with all the blueprints that I built, uploaded. Some of them are broken, so, or they're incomplete, so if that happens, please try not to hold it against me, because it might be some broken ones, but I've got a lot of positive response on the other social medias, people asking me for the blueprints that I have and that I show in the videos, so I've put them out there, but they're not all perfect. But if you have any questions or concerns, I am here for you. Meanwhile, why am I having problems with my Caterium? So this blueprint that I built for uranium fuel rods is pretty tight, but the way I did this for the AI limiters, I think is a problem. So I have the quick wire coming in for, let's see, where's the quick wire going? So I got quick wire going in to feed the encased uranium cells, which is fine. And then I've got quick wire going into the... I don't remember that being there. I got it going into the AI limiter. I'm building 2.6 AI limiters, which is how many I need. I need 2 here and then 0.6 for the oscillators. I'm also looking at the wrong one, which might be the problem here. Yeah, see, I'm still not building oscillators over here. There's something screwy going on. It's not getting any AI limiters. It's 0.6, and the way I had this set up is with an overflow, so that once this is satisfied and the electromagnetic control rods are satisfied, then the limiters should back up and it should overflow. But I don't think I like doing it that way. I really need to experiment with this and see what would work better. So I think if I do any, the problem is if I split it like this, like straight up, just a normal splitter, then I'm gonna starve the electromagnetic control rods. I don't know if I should just overproduce, or if I should like throw a sloop in here to start, or just crank it up a little. I'm not sure. I have it pretty set for how I have it like set for how much quick wire I should be putting out. So it's really peculiar here. I haven't quite figured it out. But it's bothering me because this is the only one not producing. See, now it's starting to produce some crystal oscillators, but not getting a lot of AI limiters. But that's of course because I just set this not to overflow. which looks like it was just getting to that point where it was going to back up, but I did manually stuff this with AI limiters as well. And it's starting to back up the electromagnetic control rods, which is fine. I wanted it to do that just to make sure it's pressurized, but this whole thing is kind of throwing me through a loop. So which one is this? This is the middle one on this bank. So I'm going to try and keep an eye on that, because again, if you look down the line, all the other crystal oscillator factories are fine. It's only this one. And it's getting Caterium, so I don't know what this one's doing different. Bizarre. I will keep an eye on it. And I'll remember it's that one, hopefully. Again, been at this for 12 hours. Brain is mush. We've talked about this. Anyway, we're gonna line this up here. We're plumbing all the water into the nuclear reactors. We have almost half of them finished, but we still have the other one. Hey, thank you for that follow. Much appreciated. Welcome to the Undead Legion. I am Thordy Undead. I play video games on the internet. Friday nights are our Satisfactory streams, and I know what you're thinking. It's Saturday morning. We're not Friday night, but when I started the stream, it was still Friday night. And as I've stated multiple times, I'm a night shifter. I work all night. I sleep all day. It's the best thing that ever happened to me. Some people are cut out for night shift. I am one of them. Not many, though. Not many people are cut out for night shift. I could point to some of the people I share my shift with, but that would be unpleasant. They do fine. We're fine. We have a good time. I like my night shifts, though. Less people, fewer people. Sorry, Stannis. Again, every time I do that, I hear Stannis in my head. Fewer. Every time. I think Game of Thrones kind of gets a bad rap. Same shift here, but I work 8 hours. Too old to do 12s. I like it though, because I've got, I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I get Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. So and then I'm taking my vacation at the end of July. I get 4 nights off. I'll get 10 days off in a row. It's gonna be great. And, but I love it. It's actually 11 hours, and I get a lunch, so it's technically 4 10s, but I'm the manager at the place. I got 15 people I manage. I don't really get to take a break. I eat at my desk. And like, I'll spend an hour kind of messing around on my phone, usually checking Satisfactory content or responding to comments. But if they need something, I'm there to handle it, because I can't like leave the premise. I'm the only one. I got to be there. Let's see. Night shifts are nice. No calls most of the time. Yep. You can just work with no big disturbances. No higher ups doing the dog and pony show coming in. We're gonna have visitors. The corporate's gonna be in here, and they're gonna be bothering you. But so I manage an auto shop, and we reprocess cars for sale. So I spend like half my night, most of my night, just kind of managing that. I got 5 technicians. I've got 2 preppers, a painter, 2 detailers, and 2 inventory guys that they're taking photos and stuff like that. So but the night crew's great, because it's just, like I said, it's just fix the cars, and we don't really have to worry about much else. We just get the work done. I I check in the morning with the day managers, and then move on with my life. And again, 4 days a week, it's great. Like 4 10s is superior. I think it is. And I don't ever want to go back. I love it. And the best part of my job, I get to drive like everything. I get to drive, I'm a big car guy, and I get to drive probably 30 cars a night. Well, okay, I get in and start and move 30 cars a night, but drive, like actual take on a test drive, it's usually about somewhere between 6 and 10. Because there'll be times, the technician will finish something and it'll be like, hey, can you take this on a drive, make sure the brakes are good, or, hey, I just did a water pump, let's make sure it's not overheating, so I'll take it on the 5-mile course. So I get to test drive all kinds of cars. And I'll tell you this, I'm kind of mad at Mazda, because I got in this car and it does this thing where once you hit the speed limit, the speedometer turns red, and that damn speedometer wouldn't like not be red the whole time I was driving it. Kind of irritating. I don't know if the two are related, but no, I weird little features like that. And don't get me started on Chrysler with their weird like auto brake that engage. So you go to back up and it reads a bollard on the edge of your on the edge of the shop, or it reads there's one bay in my shop, and it's right next to it is where we park all the AC machines. So when I go to back up a Chrysler, it identifies the AC machine and thinks it's like a person and slams on the brakes. Drives me crazy. It's a bug, not a feature. But I drive, the newest car I have is 15 years old. I don't drive anything newer than that. But I do love my job, though. It's a good time. But yeah, night shift is where it's at. And as a result, I get to stream all night on the weekends. You know, we start Friday at about 7 p.m. I wake up, I jump right on, I caffeinate really hard, and then it's just a matter of stopping to actually get some food. I gotta eat every once in a while. It's probably good for me. And it just it used to be I would do a stream Friday and go till like midnight, and then I'd start up another stream on Saturday from like 7 a.m. to like noon, and we would call that Saturday morning cartoons. And I had Transformers Armada on the PS2 lined up to do for the next Saturday morning cartoons. But then Satisfactory 1.2 came out, and I decided I didn't want to stop streaming, and I would just play all night and roll into Saturday morning, and that's what got us to where we are right now, where I'm just doing the first night Satisfactory 1.2 came out, I streamed 17 hours. Like, I just couldn't stop. I was just, the factory must grow. The factory is expanding to meet the needs of the expanding factory, which anyone who's played Civ 4 will get that reference. But, man, R.I.P. Leonard Nimoy. But yeah, no, I got just like so into it, I didn't want to put it down. So since then, Friday nights have just been all-nighters. We just roll with it. Eating is good. Sleep is overrated. Sleep is for people who, well, no, I love my sleep, and fortunately I sleep in the basement. So, and I've got like the best air conditioning. My air conditioning, I'm not trying to brag about it too hard because I'm hoping it's okay, but I still have an old R22 unit. It was installed in my house in 1998, and it's still kicking, and it's awesome. It's freezing cold in my basement every day, so I sleep like wonderfully. And my bed's like right under the vent. I just finished my basement. Oh, and for those of you that are new here, check this out. I always love to show this to people. There's a giant Lego city behind me. I'm over here. This is me. This is me over here. So all of that is the Lego city that's surrounding me. It's not the best camera angle, I admit. I got this one too. You can kind of, oh, this is in the way. Gotta put that back on the floor. That's all my Transformers. I was showing off my Transformers earlier, like my Optimus Prime. Gotta love my Optimus Prime. But it's kind of hard to see from this angle, but I got more Lego City. You know, I got the Dark Falcon and whatnot. Bit of a Lego maniac. Probably the best version of the series. Correct. I've played 3 of them, and I always go back to Civ 4. Civ 6 was kind of cool at first. I liked the little hexagon thing, and I was kind of getting into it, but the more I played it, the more I would have like just rather play Civ 4. You know what's good though? If you haven't tried it, I do recommend it. Frostpunk. I got into that really hard. I had injured my hand, and I couldn't use my left hand for a while, so I was playing a lot of mouse-only games. And I tried out Frostpunk, and that company is making a new one that's similar, but it's on a lighthouse and you're on water. Good stuff. Yeah, Frostpunk is cool. Yeah. Halt and I went through. I watched Halt play that. Diving into Frostpunk 2 last month. Nice. I haven't played Frostpunk 2 yet, but Frostpunk, the OG, was really good. I really like that game. Civ 7 was I didn't even know they made a 7th one. Civ 7 was disappointing. Played every version I'm aware of. I didn't even know they made it to 7. I've pretty much stuck to 4, although I have this bad habit of trying to play the slow game where I do the cultural push, and it's like the slowest way to win the game in Civ 4, and I've never really had a good time doing like the military strategy where I just murder everybody. I gotta try that once in a while. Let's see, Darth Kitty, I love the name. Hi all, second that. Frostpunk 1 is awesome, for sure. We'll do that on this stream again someday, probably when it's wintertime, although it's barely summertime. I'm over here in Chicago. It has been the wettest summer I've had in my entire life. It is absolutely ridiculous. So I've got an RC car addiction as well, and I'm trying to build an RC track in my backyard this year, and the grass hasn't been dry enough for a week for me to be able to do that. It's absolutely driving me nuts. But once wintertime rolls around, we'll probably do a couple of Frostpunk playthroughs here on the channel. Or if I end up going in for hand surgery, that's a different story. But I might be getting hand surgery next year. I got to go back and see the rheumatologist. That's a whole other thing. Not a story we're here to talk about. But I may have the long and short of it is I may have surgery hand surgery in my future. And if that happens, Frostpunk is going to be perfect for playing like mouse-only games. Although I do have under my belt, I have beaten Dark Souls 3 mouse-only. That's still on the YouTube page. That was just to see. Well, no, that was when my hand was messed up, and it was kind of to see if I could, and I did. That was kind of awesome. I would like to try that again. I probably will have to when the time comes. But I was kind of a Dark Souls 3 fanatic. My 3 top played games on Steam are Satisfactory, Elden Ring, and Dark Souls. Actually, no. It goes Satisfactory, Borderlands 2, Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring. I think it's in that order, something like that. All over 1,000 hours. I like playing video games. If it's not clear. Same here, although once you hit Civ 6, you tend to get into wars quite often, especially in the harder difficulties. Just as a baseline, I have over 10K hours across all the Civs. Damn, love those games I see. Civ 4, I think I've got maybe a couple hundred hours, not much, and a lot of that game is like AFK. That's a great game to play while you're watching movies, you know? Because I got the 3 monitors here. I got 3 28-inch monitors. And I love playing a game on monitor A, watching a movie on monitor B, and then of course this screen is really just for Discord and my bot when I'm streaming, but mostly it's Discord over here. It seems kind of silly that I got a whole screen just for Discord, but that's also, I'll watch people like Halt here, like when I watched him play Frostpunk. He was playing Frostpunk here. I was probably playing Frostpunk as well, and I was watching a movie, so you know, I split up the entertainment. But yeah, no, I love watching a movie while playing Civ. So like, there's a lot of that time. It's like, yeah, I'm playing Civ, but I'm also doing other stuff. The only other problem I have with Civ is, you know, you'll play it, and then it'll take you like 2 days to get through a whole campaign, and then you're like, you know, what have I been doing with my life? And then you got to start over again. But I've only won militarily like once. I like trying to build the spaceship first. That's a fun way to win. And oftentimes what I'll do is I'll kill my nearest neighbor and take their stuff over, but then I'll just kind of outmaneuver everybody else in one way, shape, or form, whether it's building the ship first or cultural. I kind of like the cultural expansion. There's something kind of satisfying about building up your culture and just seeing your borders slowly encroach, and then the cities start erupting and converting over to your everything. You know, you invade you send your religious missionaries over there, and your spies, and you foment. I like playing Beyond the Sword, which has the spies and stuff. But you send your guys over there and just sort of slowly chip away at them and convert everybody over to you. And again, there's something satisfying about that slow push on their borders. Cultural is satisfying. See what I did there? You did. Yeah, no, for sure. Speaking the right language, right? We're speaking the language of Satisfactory. I like it. You guys are welcome here. Firehammer TTV. That's a cool name. Firehammer. That's good stuff. I like it. I've been doing this for quite some time. I've been streaming for quite a while, and just lately it's been kind of a great time. Satisfactory has been just the most fun we've had in a long time here on the channel. I did spend a ton of time in the Souls games, did a lot of Dark Souls 3, a lot of Dark Souls 3. I did speedruns of that game, but I had to kind of take a break from that. Did some Doom Ultra Nightmare, love those games. And then we've been doing a lot of like story games lately. We went through the Uncharted series. We went through the BioShock series. We still have Infinite to finish. We're finished. We did Dead Space. We're doing Dead Space 3 co-op. We're doing that on Sundays with our buddy Threat Level Zombie. Been a version of Firehammer since 1989. Damn, I'm old. I hear that. Don't let the face fool you. I'm 40. The 40, actually, that name comes from when I was in the Navy. I had a small world situation. Sorry for those of you who heard me tell the story earlier, and I'm telling it again, but I'm going to tell it again. When I was in the Navy, so my last name is kind of unique. It's Thorderson. It's hard to, I'm not scared to share it on the internet. What's someone going to do? Probably wouldn't even know how to spell it. But anyway, my last name is kind of unique, and I met a guy, his name was Turner. I wish I could find him. He knew my cousin. He saw my last name, and he was like, hey, I know that. Do you have a cousin named Mike? And I'm like, I sure do, in Iowa. And he was like, that's so cool. Well, my nickname was Thor in the Navy for up until that point. And he goes, well, that's what I called your cousin when I knew him, and I can't call you that, so I'm going to call you something else. And then he came up with Thordy, and it stuck. Everyone started calling me Thordy, and then I made my World of Warcraft character Thordy, and the rest is history. After that, it became everything. And actually, the undead in my name comes from World of Warcraft as well, because I played Forsaken 100% of the time. As long as the class could be Forsaken, I was an undead warlock mostly. That was how I spent most of my time in the game. Oh, I derped up. Oh, I did a derp. I messed up. That's okay. It's easy to fix. I'll be able to fix it. We're not going 5 to this. We're only going 4. Oh wait, no, we are going 5, aren't we? 5 and 5. No, I unmessed. Okay, no. See, again, streaming for 12 hours. My brain is mush, so these things are bound to happen. Let's see. Got you by 16 years, but you don't look 40. Surprised me. That's why I have to tell people, because it's if I don't grow the beard, I look like I'm 27. Which I was joking with a buddy of mine. I'm like, I should go to bars and just tell people I'm 27 and see if they'll believe me. But I gotta shave. I'd have to shave to do that. I got a little bit of gray in the beard, and then my family, we get the pepper up here, the George Clooney hair. That's it's starting to come in just a little bit, but you can't tell because I keep the camera at the right distance. But I also never act my age. I avoid the sunlight like crazy. So again, night shifter. I'm not a big fan of being in the sunlight. I think that helps. I think the sun ages you. I also realized what happened here, though. I think I have to move this down one tick. Yeah, I see. Okay. This is an easy fix. This is gonna go here. But I want it to match the other side. So these are all gonna get moved by one. So we're just gonna eliminate these ones here. I think I can leave those there. I might be able to. 89, learned Unix programming that time while playing NES the whole nights. 89, I was playing NES, I think. One of my earliest memories, I remember waking up at it might have been 2 or 3 in the morning. I fell asleep in the living room because my sister, my older sister, my older brother, and a couple of their friends were hanging out and they were playing Nintendo. They were playing Super Mario 3. And I have this memory of waking up in the living room. And again, I must have been maybe 4, 5, or 6, somewhere in there. But I woke up in the middle of the night, 2 or 3 in the morning, and they were about to beat the game, and they did. They beat Bowser, and it was the first time any of them, again, this was, 89, 91, somewhere in there, first time any of them had ever beaten that game. And it was, and I have vague memories of witnessing it happen. Some of it's probably made up in my brain, but I do have a very vivid memory of that being the case. And and they all beat Mario 3. I ended up beating Mario 3 some years later. I'll do NES on this channel. You guys want to see something cool? I'll show you my Retron. This thing I'm pretty proud of. I picked this up at a convention. So this thing's pretty sweet. So it's on my, first off, I use Lego on my desk as my cable management. There's my USB dock so I can turn on my keyboard and everything, and I got a Stream Deck. But I got this, it's called the Retron, and it plugs in a Super Nintendo, a Sega Genesis, and an NES game. And then it's got controller ports for all 3 on the front and on the sides. And then you can, you select which system you're gonna play and power it up. And I've got, so I can play off all the original cartridges, but it's got an HDMI output so that I can set that wire back there so that I can play any of them. Then I got that hooked up right into my capture card. So when we stream classic games here on the channel, I just use that. I still have all the old original hardware. Down below over here to the left, I also got my Xbox and PS2 and stuff like that. We also sometimes we'll, that's the wrong button. Sometimes we'll throw down on some DDR on the stream. I won't show you the whole thing, but yeah, I actually still have a full-size DDR pad that we'll throw down once in a while when people want to spend the points. We'll do the community challenges. I don't do it all the time. But I still throw down on some DDR. It's actually how I lost like 10 pounds at one point. My wife has been asking me for 30 years if I'm ever gonna grow up. I don't have an answer, I just laugh. What for? That's what you ask her, right? The big question is are your bills paid? Are the people dependent on you taken care of? Then what for? What? That's enough, right? Be like, my bills were paid. I am grown up. Case closed. Old enough to act childish. That's another good one too. Although I'm kind of co-opting that line from Camp Nowhere. Mom, I'm smart enough to act stupid. That's always a good line. I like that one. Smart enough to act stupid. Christopher Lloyd in that one. Do love that movie. That's Nowhere. I don't know if I could watch it these days. I'm not exactly the target demographic. Biff Tannen's in that movie though. Freaking, he plays the cop that's trying to figure out what the hell's going on in this camp. And realistically, he's not a bad guy in that movie because these kids are obviously doing something not really illegal. Christopher Lloyd is hanging out with all these kids. It's kind of weird, but you don't think about it too hard. It's one of those kid fantasy movies where it's we get to have the whole summer to ourselves and our parents don't know about it. I don't have to go to stupid computer camp. Let's see, we want to go with, that doesn't really matter. But yeah, that's a line he uses more than once in that movie. Also, frickin' Christopher Lloyd drives a gremlin in that movie. Freaking hilarious. Yeah, smart enough to act stupid. So you say I'm grown enough to act childish. That would be my answer to that whole situation. Okay, this one I did not quite set up right. We're gonna have to redo this anyway. But yeah, no, what for? You need to grow up. Why? For what purpose? Although I don't know if I'm really good to be giving advice. I haven't dated in like 10 years. That's mostly by choice. So I might not be the best guy to seek for advice in this subject. But I'm also, I can identify with not growing up. But again, I don't have any intention of growing up, but my bills are paid. You know, my mortgage is satisfied. Mostly because I haven't gone back to the Lego store. I was talking about this recently that Woodfield Mall out here in Chicago has a Lego store. I've never been to it, and I'm afraid to go because I will spend all my money. Although I usually have better self-control. Although I did buy a scooter. I got a really cool scooter. Have a good time with that. That's been a lot of fun. And then the RC cars. I went off the deep end with RC cars this year. That was another one that was just kind of like I got into it and then I got like really into it. I got a Arma Vortex and it's freaking awesome. I love it. Is this straight? This doesn't look straight. Okay, it's straight. We're good. Love all the new faces here on the channel. I want to thank everybody that found me on the Instagrams and the TikToks. That's good stuff, man. I just totally a first that any of that's been working for me. And again, the raid from what was it, Construction? I have to check. You know what? Let me get a follow on that channel before it is too late. Before my brain forgets. Let me open that in a new tab. Make sure I mash that follow button. There we go. Bam. Followed. Cool. Always appreciate a good raid here on the Authority Undead channel. All right, we got this. We're gonna line this up. We got one more. This part's going faster than I thought it would, but it's still not going fast enough. We have 36 reactors to connect. I love having just like the one random curve. I typically try to keep things neat and tidy, but I don't try very hard. I think that's a good way to put it. I try, you know, I'll keep things neat and tidy if I can, but as I grow, I get older. I don't come up with going to be an adult. Yeah, adulting is for like, I don't know, like grown-ups or something. I mean, once you have kids, maybe, but again, once as long as your bills are paid, your kids are fed. We have a saying around here on the Authority Undead channel.
Whatever, I'll do what I want.
And you know what? Now that I got the highway going across the middle here, I think it looks pretty good. I do need to put supports on it, so it looks like it's being held up. And I think what we'll do is we'll move the tower to that section and then delete that, and I think that'll end up evening out. If something looks cool, I care about aesthetics. If something looks terrible, well, I don't care about aesthetics. It's a good way to keep yourself from having to think too hard, which I don't recommend doing. See, I was in your situation with these power plants. I most probably would have put all these pipes on a logistical level and gone crazy. Yeah. Well, I'm actually pretty proud of my logistics floor this time. Like, it's not spaghetti. It's complicated because there's 7 products going into 12 mini factories, but it's all kind of straight lines. I did pretty good this time. There's a few little weird things, but there's no clipping and there's no weird cross demogenizing. So I'm pretty happy with it this time. And man, I was getting wrecked. I posted a video on Instagram and I posted, well no, it was TikTok. TikTok is where people get kind of nasty about it. Instagram is just full of love. But I showed off the one factory where I was using logistics floors, and I was like, yeah, it looks so clean, but down here is where I hide my secret shame. And I showed the logistics floor where there's just like all this spaghetti, and man, I was getting roasted pretty bad for it. I'm like, and again, I knew what I was getting myself into, but again, only on TikTok. Instagram, people are pretty cool about it, but TikTok, they're like, oh my God, that looks terrible. Someone called it cheating. Cheating to use logistics floors. I'm like, cheating? This game isn't competitive. How are you gonna call it cheating? Like, I get, like who am I getting one up on by give me a break. It's silly. Like, trying to look like you have a clean factory. I'm like, I do, just don't look under the floor. To be fair, the curve mode is not untidy, just unexpected if it's symmetrical. Yeah, and well, it is symmetrical because the 5th one on each, like I'm using the curve at the end where it goes in. So it looks kind of goofy, but I like goofy. I don't want it to look too organized now. I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, I have OCD. I don't have OCD. I'm barely anal retentive. I really don't like that word, but there's really not a better word for it. But yeah, no, I don't tend to, I don't worry myself that much about those kinds of things. I'm okay with it. Actually, I was joking about I need to go over where I have all of my refineries lined up and just offset one. Just one, and then, or like just one of the mergers, just offset it one tick and leave it and not say anything about it. But make sure I'm like making a clip and I'm talking and then I leave it where you can see it and then I yak and then just like let one person start fuming. Like just that's how you farm hate comments right there. or like just one, or no, here we go. Like right here, like just that, and just leave it. And just leave, not even address it, and not even address it. Just okay. Anyway, back to building. You know, that's what we do for ourselves and our mental health. Hashtag self-care with explosives. That's a sound effect on the channel. Here we go. Self-care.
That's something we do that's just for us and our mental health. Hashtag self-care with explosives.
Any fans of Civi 11 out there? I love that guy. He's like one of the few people I've ever actually gotten a Patreon for, so I could support his channel. We'll kill you like that. Let's see. You can only straight or horizontal, vertical everything. Oh, everything else is unholy. That's okay. You see, I used to play a warlock in World of Warcraft, so unholy is kind of my bread and butter. You know, again, that's where the undead comes from. I was playing an undead warlock, so that's on brand for the Thordy Undead channel. I hope we can still be friends, though. Is that gonna clip? Ah, you see, I did it a little different over there. It would have come to here, I guess. No? No, that's how I did it over there. That'll be fine. Also, we need to make sure we put the output right here. So I'm gonna put we're getting close. I've already got the fuel rods under construction, and then once we finish plumbing everything, we're gonna activate the uranium and get that flowing in. I want to do that like almost last because I don't want to be flying around the factory with radiation because I don't want to keep making filters. So I'm gonna get the uranium will come in down the middle lane here and fill all of the mini factories here that produce the fuel rods. They'll start cooking fuel rods and they'll start piling up in the manufacturers. And then I've got to build the water extractors, hook those up to all these pipes, build the water tower, connect that, and then I have to build the reprocessing, which honestly I might not get to for this stream. We're almost 13 hours in. I'm gonna stream again tonight at 7 p.m. So we'll probably do the reprocessing at that point and then turn everything on, and then the peasants rejoice. For those of you who are fans of home improvement, the peasants will rejoice, and then we will go back to our main factory and get back to building the actual products. We reached the point where it's like we needed more power. I 2x'd the power with the 1.2 upgrades, so I have to make sure I have enough. And we built a turbo fuel power plant, and that held us over long enough to get to this point. But now if I want to build turbo motors and cooling systems and heat sinks for the cooling systems that are for the turbo motors, I need more power. More power. Oh, you get it. Home improvement, double reference. Let's see, just hit 41 degrees Celsius, up to around 106, going for a round in the pool. Have a good one. Thanks for coming by, Nagrath. Now, Nagrath. Oh, that's Excalibur. But Nagrath Dearman, if that is a reference, I don't know what it's to, but that's an awesome name anyway. Thanks for coming by. Enjoy the dip in your pool. I will be here tonight again at 7 p.m. We're going late. Not this late. We're not going this late, but we're going to go into the night again with more Satisfactory. Thanks for coming by. Good luck, have fun, good game. And as we always say here on the Thordy Undead channel,
be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes!
That is our farewell. That is our routine farewell here. All these new faces, man. I'm getting excited. It's great seeing some new folks in the channel. It's good times. Not that I don't love the rest of you who are here all the time. You guys are also great. Then let me sell you short now. But Satisfactory has been just an absolutely fantastic. Sorry, my brain is still, remember the mush, we were talking about this. It is kind of weird, your mental state, 1 hour into stream versus like 13 hours into stream. Don't have much left. I'm probably good for about I'm probably gonna go another half an hour to an hour. I want to finish at least getting the water done and then turning on the uranium. And then after that, it's just the reprocessing, which what I'm pretty much gonna do is go into my other game where I built a 36 reactor nuclear power plant, and I'm just gonna copy that strategy. I forget exactly how I got to do it, but I know I'm gonna need to probably multiply out the amount of copper that I'm using, and there's so much stuff. There's like so much stuff I gotta do. So it's gonna take me longer than I anticipated. I was hoping to get this done tonight, but again, it's Satisfactory. There's always more things to do. The factory's never big enough. The factory is never big enough. But that's okay. That's what we're here for. That's the fun of it all. So from here, how many do we got left? We got 3, so let's see, will it reach? How goofy will it look from here if we curve it? Too goofy. So we're gonna still pull it up. Let's see. All right, yeah. Come here, you. Nope, nope, nope. Yep. We're almost done, too. We just got to do the 8 at the end. And then we've got all the pipes sorted out, and then it's just getting the water extractors. I'm going to be building my first water tower. That I might actually want to save until tonight, because I am, as I stated, kind of running out of steam here. But that'll be my first time building a water tower. I usually just suck it up and... Aw, too long. Come on. What if I just do this? It's gonna mess the whole thing up. It's hardly noticeable. And don't worry, we're gonna fix the green. I'll do that later. I'll come back through here and we'll do all the swatches. And we got the ones over there, right? Oh, Slovakia. That's cool. I just 40 degrees Celsius here too today in Slovakia. That's cool. I didn't know you were in Slovakia. I'm fascinated by countries I've never been to. I've made it to 9 countries. I have traveled. I lived in England for 2 years when I was in the Navy. I got to go to Italy. Got to go to France. I went to Paris. It was all right. Edinburgh, Scotland. Hands down the best city I've ever been to. Love that place. But I'd love to wander off the beaten path and go to some of the other places. Croatia's on my list too. My next place to go is Iceland though. My great-great-grandfather's farm is still there. It's not in the family though. They actually sold it. My great-grandfather and his brother sold the farm, and that's when they came to the U.S. But the farm is still there, and I'm trying to go to Iceland next year. It's high up on my list. Also, I used to play EVE Online, and so my name is on the monument they built there, which is kind of cool. But that's not why I'm going. Let's see, I'm Italian, Austrian, working in Slovakia. That's super cool. That is super cool. I would, let me ask you, have you seen all this stuff coming out about the World Cup, about people visiting the U.S. and having a good time? Because it's actually nice. We're getting some good PR over here. It's like about time. We get kind of crapped on a lot. I'm sure you've heard. But that's been kind of amusing to see, people trying our barbecue and stuff. Ooh, we do have a problem. We do have a problem here. I gotta try and squeeze 8 pipes through here. But I have been to Italy. I went to Rome. I was in Naples, but I wasn't really in Naples because I was mostly at the airport. Here they are making fun about the tipping culture. Yeah, I hear that one often. But I've been to Rome and I've been to Venice. Venice was nice, but it didn't smell great. But it was cool. I love the canals and everything. That was a good time. And then Rome was amazing. That was the Colosseum was on my bucket list, and I got to go see the Colosseum and the castle right down the street from the Vatican, St. Angelo, Castle di St. Angelo, I think they called it. That was really cool. Touristy though, you got to watch out. A lot of that's the only place cab drivers try to scam me. But that was a good time. I enjoyed my time in Italy. I was there for about 5 days. So many scammers. Yeah, no, for real. It was, my buddy and I came up with a strategy. What we did when we were, like, there's like, we were calling it the gauntlet. So we went through there twice. Well, we went through there 4 times, actually. Because we went to the Vatican, walked over to the castle, and then walked back. And then the next day we went to the same place. And, because his mom wanted to go through the Vatican. And we kind of regretted not going through the Vatican, but by then it was day 5. We were wiped out. But, there was like this gauntlet between the Vatican and the castle, and it was just all like merchants, my friend, you know, doing the thing. And our strategy was just like laser focused ahead, no eye contact, keep walking. That's that. I've used that in a lot of European cities that I've been to, because Paris was the same thing. And actually with Paris, you get the guys, they're trying to sell you the little keychains and stuff, and the secret is you buy one, and then everyone who bothers you to sell you something be like, oh, I already bought one, know it. And then there's the guys, they hand you a flower, and then they try to get you to buy it, and it's like, no, just take this back. What are you doing? Okay, the big burning question here. Can we fit 8 pipes wide? That is the question. How many pipes wide can we... Ooh, this is going to be tight. This is going to be really tight. The picture people are the worst. Oh, where they dress up as like the Roman soldiers and then they take a picture with you and they're like, okay, now pay me because you got the picture. Are those ones I saw those guys. Took a picture of one of them when he wasn't looking. Yeah, those ones. Yep, seen them. I know what you mean. Been there. I think it's gonna be tight, but I think we can make this work. Hey, thank you for that follow. Much appreciated. Welcome to the Undead Legion. I am Thordy Undead. I play video games on the internet. Friday nights are Satisfactory around here, but I know what you're thinking. It's Saturday morning. It's because I haven't stopped streaming since last night. It's actually, we're 13 hours in. That's fine. We're going to keep going. I am determined. I said to get just a little bit farther. I want to get these pipes piped in. Now, the only thing is, I suppose it doesn't matter if I go up and over. I was thinking I could stack them and go 4 and 4, which is the only place I'd be doing this, but I kind of need to do it just because this rock is in my way, and they haven't added the function to blow it up, even though I do have explosives, but we're only 6 wide, and we're going to be squeezing otherwise, so or I go under. Instead of over, I just go under. Maybe I'm underthinking this, or I'm overthinking this. I am not thinking about this at the level I should be thinking it. So right there we go. So we gotta derp it up a little bit. It's gotta be a little goofy, but that's fine. We'll make it work. Adapt and overcome. No, you know what? We gotta tear it all down. We gotta tear the whole thing down, move all the reactors 2 inches to the left. There's a That 70s Show reference for you. When your life moves 2 inches to the left, you're gonna call me. That was Al Borland. Well, okay, I don't know the actor's name. That's my 3rd reference to Home Improvement recently. I think the universe is telling me I need to rewatch that show. I have the whole thing on DVD. It's a great show. 90s, man. Freaking great. It's great. It was one of the last shows where the dad isn't a complete moron. Like, he is, but he still isn't. You know, like he is a moron, but not a complete moron. A lot of the shows, the dad's just like a complete moron. Like, he's basically useless. King of Queens, I'm looking at you. All right, so we're gonna go 4 and 4. So I got kind of an idea of how I want to do this. Kinda. Nope, lost it. I got a better idea. We're gonna need this guy. Where are you? Pipe. You right there. See, OCD would definitely make you tear it down. Exactly. That's why I'm not one of those people who's like, oh my god, I'm so OCD. It's like, no, I'm not. I'm orderly at best. At best. And even there, it's kind of a disaster. Have you seen my desk? Look at this chaos right over here. Camera 2. Look at, well, I guess you kind of can't see it. I got this Lego set I haven't built yet, but I've opened it. And then there's some other unopened sets. You really can't see it. I don't know why I even bother using this camera anymore. I gotta use this for like a better view. But for the most part, I keep things pretty clean. But no, I'm not. The word is compulsive. Lego is allowed. Yeah, no, for sure. But I've got like my unfinished castle that's been there for ages. I'm building this one. This is a funny story. So I got this. This is an ancient set that's 6086. That's how old this thing is. It's an old castle set, and I'm only this far into rebuilding it. It's about halfway done. I'm missing a couple pieces I need to proceed. But that set, actually kind of a funny story. When I was a kid, I was in junior high, a friend of mine said, hey, I'll trade you my bin of Legos for your paintball gun. And I said, you got a deal. So I traded in my paint. It was a pump shot. It wasn't even a very fancy one. And he brought over a bin of Legos, which included that set, 2 other castles, and a ton of other night sets and stuff. And I added up just the sets I knew about, and today they're worth like $700. And I was like, man, that's probably the best trade I ever made in my entire life. What happened to the other castle? You finished it? Which one? Well, I've got this one. This one I haven't started yet. This is like an. Here, I got a better view here. This is like an off-brand set. It's not Lego. It's Iron Brick. These off-brand companies are stepping up their freaking game. So that's one I haven't started building yet. Sometimes we'll do Lego streams on the channel here, and I'll actually build the sets on stream. I'll set the camera right here, and it's like you're looking over my shoulder, and I'll build Lego sets. I was gonna do that one on stream. I gotta find time. I haven't had time. Satisfactory, you know. But the other castles I got from that kid, they're just kind of in pieces, and like over here, I'll show you my my organizer if I can. Over to my right here, grab the camera. I've got all of my sets organized into these little here. Hold on, let me grab some slack. But I've got all these I got these from Costco. I got all these like drawers all organized and everything like that. So that's where a lot of the pieces like ended up over time, and it's just a matter of getting the time to build the stuff. Lego is insanely time consuming, and again, Satisfactory. We got that going on in our life, you know. So we are gonna go straight ahead here with these, I think. Let me grab these. Oh, stupid! I hate that like when it locks up when it has to autosave like that. All right, so we're gonna get all the way to here with it. So we'll do these 4. Stop that. Okay, so that's those 4, and then the other 4 are gonna be the ones that turn left. Right here? Is that how I center it? Yeah, looks like it. Looks like I center one over the middle, so that should be correct. Like that, and then we eliminate this one on the right because we don't need it. And then we gotta go in here and make these blue. Oh, that's better. You gotta know what's in there. Yeah. How are you gonna know what's in the pipe if it doesn't have the right color? Oh, it just barely won't make it. Okay, that's fine. We have a backup plan. Put this. Come on, where are you? I'm gonna do that one more time. Dag nabbit. There we go. Oh no, the asymmetry. It's gonna be just fine. Everybody's gonna be okay. Just deep breath. We're gonna get through this. Oh yeah, this is that weird piano one. I skipped this one. We're almost through this soundtrack. It's only got about 40 minutes left. It's a 5-hour soundtrack for this game. Jasper Kide is the man. We've been talking about this kind of all night tonight. Is that right? We got one past. Yeah, okay, so... Nice. Okay, we are almost done. We got 4 more to do, and that is all the plumbing finished. Oh, no, it's not. That is half the plumbing finished. We still have to hook up. We still have 72, whatever the hell they're called, hook up. 72 somethings, water extractors. We gotta hook up 72 water extractors still. And we still gotta, tonight we're doing the reprocessing. I don't have time to do it the rest of this stream. I think we'll probably wrap up in about half an hour here. I want to get all these pipes done, and I want to kind of get set up with a strategy for how we're gonna do the water extractors. At least kind of get an idea of how I'm gonna organize them. Can't be that complicated. I'm just gonna kind of go straight back and line them up, and then they'll feed outward. It'll make sense when we get there. Don't worry. It'll kind of look like a spine, but not really. Yeah, we're still going, man. We're having a killer time, dude. We're almost look at this. Look at this progress. Look at this madness. We're getting the pipes all hooked up. We're getting we got the reactors. Actually, it's kind of funny. Some of these reactors I never even need to build them. I wouldn't have had to build them yet in the first place. We're piping the last 4. We're plumbing up the last 4 of the reactors, so we're almost there. Welcome back. How are you? How was your sleep? I already asked you about the voiceover stuff, but I'm still happy for you. I don't know if I told you that. I'm sure I did, but I am, and I will, and I do. I'm getting a little squirrely, man. Like I am getting a little squirrely over here. It's the, it's been 13 hours, but we're making insane progress, and I do not want to stop. And things are going pretty well. You can see the crazy eyes. Yeah, a little bit. I'm starting to get like I said, I'm getting a little tweaky. It's fine. It happens. I'm used to it. Actually, what it is I'm really starting to get hungry. I got to figure out what I want to eat after stream. I'm thinking pizza rolls. Kind of craving pizza rolls, or maybe hot dogs. I got this. I think I showed it to you before. My ever so American mayo chip. It's mayonnaise and ketchup in the same bottle, and it's neither because it's mostly just soybean oil, but it's so good. But I might get me some of that, or let's see, we can go 6. 6, right there. I think that lines. Oh no. Oh, that's off a tick. You guys see it? Do you guys see it? That will fix. See this? This we will fix. Let's see, they sell it here too, as well as burger super sauce. You can also get peanut butter and jelly in the same jar, but that's just not the same. Something's wrong with it. Like it's not peanut butter in there. I don't know what it is. I don't want to know what it is. Okay, I think we got I can't tell. No, 1 over, right? No, 1 more over. I think that's right. We getting straight pipes? Yes. Okay, there we go. That's better. It's okay, everybody. It's okay. I fixed it. Take a deep breath. Get yourself a lozenge. I fixed it. It's gonna be okay. Everyone's gonna be okay. Looking good. So almost there. It feels wrong just in word alone. Burger super sauce. Yeah, it's not very descriptive. You know what they call a crusty burger with cheese? Quarter pounder with cheese. Oh, I can see the cheese, but do they have Krusty's partially gelatinated non-gumbo based dairy products? Yeah, called shakes. You don't know what you're getting. 22 short stories about Springfield, one of the best South Park Simpsons episodes ever. See, you can tell the brains are starting to scramble. It's that time, but we're almost there. I want to at least get this plumbed up, and then I gotta probably call it a night. Whatever time of day it actually is, I have to call it that. That should be 4 and 4. It's good. It's mostly symmetrical, but it's not. But yeah, I'll be back tonight as well. I want to finish this week. I want to finish the nuclear power plant this weekend. Sounds like those like an Uncrustable, although apparently those are held up like no, dude, Uncrustables rule. I will not allow the slander of Uncrustables here on the Thor the Undead channel. No, okay, I won't threaten you again. But you're on thin ice. No, they're awesome. They're freaking awesome. I get those occasionally. And it's funny because I would get those and I'd eat them all the time, and then I was like, you know what? I'll just buy bread and peanut butter and jelly and make my own, and then I'll just eat that. And then I never do. But something about Uncrustables, man. You know what it is? You know what it is too? It's the convenience. It's just you just open the freezer, you eat it, and that's it. There's no preparation time. For me, I do not like preparation time for food. It's like the worst. That's time I could be using to play video games. So I don't really like investing a lot of time into food. That's why I've been getting into hot dogs again lately. Because I can cook up hot dogs in less than 2 minutes. You know, 30 seconds for the dogs. Throw them back in with the buns on them for about another 30 seconds. Throw some mayo chup on there. You're done. I'm getting hungry. You can tell. We're gonna finish these pipes and then I'm gonna have to call it a night. As much as I don't want to, I am having a great time. I am loving all the new faces here on the Thor the Undead channel. If you haven't yet, be sure to hit the curve. If you haven't yet, be sure to hit the follow button and come by for more shenanigans every Friday and Sunday night and sometimes Saturdays. Cool. There we go. Bam! That is plumbed. Yeah. Oh, that looks great. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh, do we... Okay, that should be doing that, and then this should be... Okay, so these should be... All these rows should be yellow. Oh, we gotta check on that one factory that was a little derped. Let's have a comparison here. So this one, we've got... How many crystal oscillators? It's got 48. That's a good sign that it's been cooking them. So that's good. We want that. That's the thing with the way I did this design is you kind of have to let it pressurize over time, but that's fine because... That loaded? Okay. Yeah, that's fine because it takes you time to build the damn thing anyway. But we are gonna go ahead and have a look-see over here. Okay, crystal 38 backed up, and then okay, so that one's got crystal oscillator, so it's fine. And I think we can probably set this to overflow again. I think we have to, because that thing's a little behind, and then I'll just manually pressurize it. So we'll set that back the way I had it. Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. So help me, so help me. Get, there we go. Little monster, Monsters, something reference. Monster game, movie, Monsters Inc. Yeah, I think I'm fried, man. I think I'm done. 13 hours, stick a fork in me. I've had it. Here's something I am gonna fix though. I do want to fix this radar tower. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to organization. We're gonna pick up the radar tower. The radar tower is gonna go here. I couldn't agree more, Halt. I'm gonna put the radar tower here. Thusly, it's going to sit right here in the corner. I think that's a better place for it. And then where's the power node? Power node should be on this side. There it is. I want to center that. And then we're going to get rid of this one. We're going to power that one. And then we're going to get rid of this. I think that looks better. It's nice. I got the radar tower seated in the corner there. I should have power towers going that way too. If I got power towers going that way, I should have power towers going this way. So that's something we'll do tonight to even it out. We still have to connect the plumbing. This looks pretty good though. Oh. I'll fix that. I see it. I'll fix it. I'm gonna fix it, everybody. Don't you worry. Oh wait, no, it is straight. That's just kind of weird. But yeah, we got all the pipes lined up to get run to the water extractors. We got all the water we're ever gonna need out here. We gotta connect it's gotta be 2 extractors per 1 reactor. 2 extractors to a reactor. And that will get going very soon. We'll get that going tonight. So yeah, 7 p.m. tonight, we'll pick up where we left off. Maybe 8 p.m. I might have to go to 8 p.m. We'll see. Depends on how well I sleep. See, I love how this game is just like a job, but it is a good job. Yeah, and it's, dare I say, satisfying. Thank you for that follow. Much appreciated. Welcome to the Undead Legion. I am Thor the Undead. I play video games on the internet. 70 plus water extractors. 72 to be exact, because there are 36 reactors, and I need 2 per reactor. So rather than doing 36 and then overclocking them, there's no reason to do that. So yeah, it's 2 per, and there's 36, so that is correct. 70 plus, that's 72 water extractors. well, 70, because I already built 2, but I have to delete those, and we're gonna have to build new ones. So I'm gonna have kind of a, like a system. I'll figure out how it looks. I'll build it tonight when I come back for the stream. Thank you everybody who hit the follow button and who held out for the long-ass stream. I know I went a long time. I do every Friday. This is my least favorite part of the week right now because it's the longest amount of time before Friday night when I start my Friday stream. That is my favorite thing to do in the world, especially when it comes to playing Satisfactory. Dude, Aquafina, you keep raining all these biddies on me, man. I don't know what to do about it. I will see they have a good home. Maybe I'll do a pay it forward type thing now that Twitch lets you do that. But dude, I really appreciate that. You don't have to do that, but you do, and that's awfully nice of you. It's so great. You know what? Do you still stream? Do I need to shout you out? I should shout you out. You do the Pokemon thing still, right? I don't remember the last time I've seen you go live though. But also rocking that first badge. I do have to say I appreciate the long time support. And you know what? I can't say that without saying shout out Halt the Wizard. Thanks for everything you do for the channel as well, and frickin' supporting the doing the modding and all that stuff, and supporting me and all the and reviews and all that stuff. My brain is mush. I'm running out of words. There's only so many of them in the English language. We're gonna go ahead and raid Off-Screen Phantom. We're gonna pay it forward with a nice big old raid for him. He's a good dude. He is doing a much more complex map than I am doing. I think it's been a while, want to hop on again, but scheduling and motivation is tough. I totally get it, man. Well, you let me know when you're getting ready to go live again. When your voice work starts coming out, let me know. We're definitely gonna make it rain, dude. I definitely want to at least watch someone play that mod, because I don't play Fallout, much less modded Fallout, but I'm happy for you that you're getting freaking voice acting roles. It's super cool. So I at least want to support you some way or another. So if we got to watch a video that someone, or if I think Threat Level Zombie said he's gonna play it. So either way, we'll hook you up, man. Thanks for coming by. Everybody, appreciate everything you do for this channel. I will be back tonight, 7 or 8 p.m. I'll keep it updated in the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, there is a link below. Also, I can type in !Discord. You can find me there. Any questions about Satisfactory, I'm usually happy to answer them, and you can get my blueprints if you have questions about the blueprints, etc. I'm dragging this out because I hate ending my Friday stream because it's my favorite time of the week, so I will be back next week as well to do another 12-hour, 13, 14-hour stream of Satisfactory. But for now, I'll be back Saturday night right here on the Thor the Undead channel. Let's go ahead and drop a raid on our friend Off-Screen Phantom. Met him recently. He is doing quite the complicated map. He is doing the like 100x and max power, max everything. He's crazy, but he's got some help too. He's got people playing with him. So Off-Screen Phantom brought the raid on this dude. Have a good rest. Catch you on the next Satisfactory stream. Hell to the yeah. Saturday night right here on the Thor the Undead channel. Everybody, appreciate all the viewership. Good luck. Have fun. Good game. Also, oh wait, before we go, you know what we need.
Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes!
All right. Good luck. Have fun. Good game. I will see you next time. Now we're waving. We wait. We just gotta wait, and then we hit the button in 3, 2, bam.